Hey there, beautiful. Welcome to my channel. My name is Sandra Carmen, and I'm a feminine embodiment guide, speaker, and a mentor for women on the path of deep emotional and sensual healing. Welcome back, love. If you have found your way to this video today, chances are something big is happening in your heart. And maybe you are at the end of a relationship or at a confusing, painful crossroads, not sure whether to stay or go. Maybe there's grief or guilt or just numbness. And if that's where you're at right now, I want to say, let me say this up front, you're not alone. In fact, I am with you right there. And you're definitely not broken. I am currently going through a conscious uncoupling process after a relationship that saw me grow up and one that shaped me deeply. And yeah, it's still very tender. But I feel the strong pull to share what I've learned at this precious moment right now, even with my health not at its best. Lots of tears were shed over the last week, raging anger felt in my belly, and still I have found a graceful way towards closure through the work of Katherine Woodward Thomas, and also through some honest, gut-wrenching inner healing of my own. This isn't a get over them fast type of thing. It's slow and sacred, and it's honest and heartbreaking. And if you stay with this feeling, a deep liberation might happen. Because I truly believe if you're willing to walk through this kind of heartbreak with presence, it can lead you back to the most authentic and healed version of yourself. So, what is conscious uncoupling? Let's start there. Because it's not just a trendy breakup phrase, even though Gwyneth made it famous many years ago. Katherine Woodward Thomas is a therapist and a relationship expert, and I'm looking up to her a lot. She created this process because she saw how breakups, even when they are necessary, often leave people shattered, bitter, resentful, and stuck in emotional loops that do not allow them to flow. So conscious uncoupling is about doing a conscious ending, having an intention with love and with maturity, and with a commitment to leave each other and also yourself better, not bitter, and not denying any pain. It's about moving through it instead of staying stuck in blame, shame, guilt, or avoidance. And at its core, the practice is about self-responsibility over the blame, forgiveness over the resentment, and compassion over punishment, and a genuine desire to leave everyone involved more whole and not less. It's about closing a chapter with grace so that what comes next isn't built out of fear, but it's built with the foundation blocks of wisdom. So let me share my story. We were together for many years. We had rituals, shared dreams. We even created the life book together. So we built our vision as a couple. And honestly, there was so much love. I get goosebumps when I say that. But over time, I kept feeling this quiet inner voice. This isn't it anymore. It wasn't that something huge was wrong in the relationship, but some dynamics were not aligned anymore and unconscious beliefs were blocking us. So as we grew as individuals, I was also changing, and I began to long for more commitments such as children in the future and marriage. And the relationship, as beautiful as it had been, wasn't evolving towards that with me. And so I felt conflicted. And I was asking, am I betraying myself by staying, by leaving? There was guilt and shame, and we'd also built so much together, so many experiences and challenging moments we could look back at and smile proudly. And I didn't want to hurt him by sharing my truth. I didn't want to be the one who left. But eventually, the emotional weight became too much, and we started arguing more, picking at each other. There was passive aggression. And one day, we had a late night conversation that left us both in tears. I knew that I couldn't keep staying and living with this half truth. And I remembered the conscious uncoupling process. And instead of ghosting the relationship or blaming the other for everything, we both made a vow to honor what we had, to take full responsibility for our parts, to forgive ourselves, and for me to forgive myself, and to leave not as an enemy or something, but as friends, or as people who still want the best for each other. And we cried so much. And somehow through all of it, I started to come home to myself. So here are the 3 biggest challenges I faced and how I moved through them. So I don't have time for this is a big one, and it says a lot, because life doesn't stop just because your heart is broken. Here's the truth about it. Healing doesn't ask for your schedule. It asks for your presence. So if you're busy, try this. Commit 20 to 30 minutes a day. Journaling in the morning or reflecting before bed, even 10 minutes, it matters, I tell you, because you're worth your own attention. And then you might tell yourself that you're too tired and you're not feeling like doing the work. Some days you just want to doom scroll on social media and stay away from it, which I used to do. So it's highly recommended to listen to that. Staying with the process, even on the low energy days. It taught me how strong I really am. So try to remind yourself why you're doing this. You're breaking cycles. You're learning to love better. You're celebrating wins. You share insights with someone who can hold space for you. All of this is massive. And then third is, it's their fault. They are the problem. We all know this one. My ego loves that narrative. But the shift is, even if they hurt you, you can still take your power back without making them the villain. Try this. Write down the resentment. Name your resistance. And then you get curious. Ask yourself, what's this teaching me about what I need to heal? And there are some vows you can make. Conscious uncoupling vows that I wrote down and came back to over and over again. You can write them in your journal, or just whisper them to yourself when you look into the mirror, or light a candle and say them aloud. I vow to leave all involved whole and well. I vow to be responsible for my part. I vow to forgive myself and others. I vow to honor the good. I vow to do as little damage as possible. I vow not to recruit people to take sides. I vow to create sacred closure. I vow to move forward in love, not fear. Pick one that speaks to you and then make it yours. A daily practice I recommend is journaling. That saved me seriously. Even though it can be messy or you might have a lot of resistance, there's a very simple practice. How am I feeling today? Then, what do I need right now, emotionally, physically, and spiritually? And what part of me needs forgiveness today? And then don't hold back, just free flow writing. Write about the sadness, the joy, draw your grief, burn the pages if you need to. This is your sacred space and only for you to read. If you're uncoupling together, and I bow to your courage if you are, we are, and I have some tips for you. Create ground rules. No blame, no shame. Take time outs when things get too hot and intense. Hold space for both truths to exist, even if it's uncomfortable. And if it feels right, create a ritual together to close the relationship. We have a full moon ritual planned in a week from now. You can write letters, share memories, go on walks, simply release in a way that feels good. It doesn't have to be grand, it just needs to be intentional. And if you're still not sure if you stay or if you go, then that's okay. This is a limbo and it's a dance and it's a human experience. Some of the questions that help me are, have I done my part to grow inside this relationship container? Is this aligned with who I am becoming? Do I feel more myself in this relationship or less? And if you still don't know, don't rush. You pause, you get support, you let your body speak, not just your mind. That was always a big mistake of mine. If you're walking through a breakup or thinking about one, I just want you to know you are not a failure for breaking up. You're not broken, you are becoming. Breakups can be a sacred thing, and it can heal the intergenerational pain and reclaim lost parts of you and open a whole new chapter of your life. I am not the same person I was when my relationship started, and I am not the same woman who ended it now. I'm softer, stronger, wiser, more me, more in my feminine heart. So if you're ready to begin your own conscious uncoupling journey, start with a vow, start with a journal entry, start with a deep breath, and keep choosing love, especially for yourself. I'm proud of you. Thank you for being here. And if you need more support, you can remember to reach out. Remember your heart. It is not broken just because you break up. It is holy. And I am more than happy to welcome you into a one-on-one coaching space to hold you, to reflect certain things to you that you would never see on your own due to unconscious beliefs and certain mindset blockages that just, keep it hidden from you at first. So it's always very helpful to work with a coach or therapist, someone who can see beyond what you are stuck in right now. And I am reaching out, sending you a warm embrace, and I see you for the next video. So much love. Bye.